Good morning, all. Today we are going to do the Browning version. Browning version is a drama, a short extract from a little longer drama, you can say, and the name is Browning version. So this is a part from that. And it has been written by Rattington, Terence Rattington. If you see in your book on the top, Terence Rattington has written this. Drama means dialogues. You very well know what is the form of drama, dialogues between people, and the storyline moves in those dialogues. So this is an excerpt from the Browning version. The scene is set in a school. Frank is young and Crocker Harris middle-aged. Both are masters. We are entering into the domain of school life, student, teachers. So these two people are masters. The characterization we'll discuss later. Let me tell you the characters whom we are going to read. The first one is Taplow, a young student who has come to meet his sir. So characters. Then the second one is Crocker Harris. Right? Then the third one is Frank, the science teacher, the science master. Then there is Millie Crocker Harris, wife of Crocker Harris, right? Wife of Crocker Harris. This character is silent throughout the play, but the most prominent character who is being discussed throughout the drama. Let's read it. Have you opened your books? Keep your cams on. Okay. Now, let's read the part. Frank, do I know you? Taplow, no sir. Frank and Taplow meets in a room. Say for staff room we have. Say for other parlors we have. So Taplow goes to meet his teacher, Crocker Harris. But he is not able to find him. But there he finds Frank, the maths teacher. The literature teacher he doesn't find, but he finds which teacher? The science teacher. And there is a conversation between them. I'll read the conversation. You will infer, and it is very interesting as well. Then we'll discuss the explanation little bit. Frank, do I know you? No, sir. Taplow says, no, sir. What is your name? Taplow. Taplow, no, I don't. You are not a scientist, I gather. You are not a science scholar. No, sir. I'm still in lower fifth. I can't specialize until next term. That is to say, if I have got my remove all right. The word remove has been used. That means my rank. Remove. I'll go in the next class when I will be given my remove, my rank, the declaration of promotion of child from one class to another. Here we call results, right? Progress card, report card, results. When the results are announced, the children move as you have moved from 10th to 11th. Don't you know if you have got your remove? You don't know that whether you have received your declaration or remove or not. No, sir. Mr. Crocker Harris doesn't tell us the results like the other masters. Mr. Crocker Harris doesn't tell the results in advance. So what type of character is Mr. Crocker Harris? The first point has come up, children, that he is a person who doesn't reveal the things that are not to be revealed to the children. When the destined time comes or when the set fixed time comes, he discusses. He is a man of principles. He is a man of rules, regulations. Okay, you can note down also in your books, because you will be writing a character sketch of all these. You will be writing few, I must say, character sketches of these 3-4 people. Why not? Well, you know what he is like, sir. I believe there is a rule that from results should only be announced by the headmaster on the last day of term. Yes, but who else pays attention to it? Taplow says, sir, no other teacher pays attention to this rule except Mr. Crocker Harris. The instructions are such that do not reveal the results to the students before the date. But who follows, sir? Only Mr. Crocker Harris. So now you have got the point that Mr. Crocker Harris follows the rules and regulations. Okay. This much is clear. Dear students, shall we proceed? Okay, good. Now, well, you know what he is like, sir. I believe there is a rule that from results should only be announced by the headmaster on the last day of term. Yes, but who else pays attention to it except Mr. Crocker Harris? I don't, I admit, but that's no criterion. So you have got to wait until tomorrow to know your fate. Have you? So you will have to wait till tomorrow, dear Taplow? Yes, sir. Supposing the answer is favorable, what then? Suppose you get into next class, then, oh, sir, I'll opt for science. Science, sir, of course. So maybe he's doing little bit flattery before the science teacher. Mr. Frank, that, sir, I'll be opting for sciences. And yes, we get all the slackers. Oh, but we get all the lazy people. Who are slackers? Slack people? Slackers? So the science teacher says, oh, we get all the lazy people. This is not for you, children. This is just an example, or the storyline is moving such. The scenario is different here, right? I am extremely interested in science, sir. Are you? I'm not. Not, at least in the science I have to teach. So the words of the teacher are quite astounding, that I'm not interested in teaching science, what I teach. I am a science teacher, but I'm not interested what I teach. Maybe he's interested in experiential, experimental, or whatever, maybe other interests are there. So the conversation is moving on between Frank and Taplow. Remember, the first part of the lesson is between Frank and Taplow, the science teacher, as well as between the science teacher and the child. So we get all the slackers, and I'm extremely interested in science, sir. Are you? I'm not. Well, anyway, sir, it is good deal more exciting than this muck. And he shows the book of literature or some play and says, I'm more interested in science than this muck. So, you mean, what is this muck? Aeschylus, sir, the Agamemnon, and then he discusses few plays, few books of some writer or some author. So, and your considered view is that Agamemnon is muck. Well, no, sir, I don't think the play is muck. So there is a name of the play being discussed in the play. The drama that we are reading, see, let me tell you a very clear picture what is a drama. Drama is particularly made for theater, written for stage, but it is also a literary form also. We all know that short skits, dramas are performed on the stage. We take it as a field of theater, or it is theater. But apart from that, it is a literary piece also that we are reading as a piece of literature. So he says, well, no, sir, I don't think the play is muck exactly. I suppose in a way it is rather a good plot. It is a good plot. Really, a wife murdering her husband and all that. I only meant the way it is taught to us. I only wanted to say the way it is taught to us. So just a lot of Greek words strung together and 50 lines if you get them wrong. You sound a little bitter, Taplow. The teacher says, Taplow, I can make out little you are like, you know, you are a bit like sounding bitter. The conversation moves further. Now, you sound a little bitter, Taplow. I am rather, sir. Captain, he asked him, are you kept in? That means, have you been punished? Have you been stopped by your teacher? No, sir, extra work. I've been called today in the evening for some extra work, right? And he says, are you punished? No, no, sir, it's bit extra work. Extra work on the last day of the school. Tomorrow your result is coming and today you are being made to do extra work. Yes, sir, I might be playing golf. Otherwise, I would have been playing golf. You would think he would have enough to do anyway himself, considering he's leaving tomorrow for good. But oh no, I missed a day last week when I was ill. So here I am. I missed one class yesterday. So now I am here attending the class, or I have been called by Mr. Crocker Harris. Bad luck. How bad it is for you. You have to come. Still, there is one comfort. You are pretty well certain to get your remove tomorrow. Thank God. But your result, your remove is coming tomorrow. All the children to keep their cams on. Okay? Very good. 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 Keep your cams on. Few have done, few have still like, okay. Well, I'm not sure, sir. That would be true of the ordinary masters, right? All right. They just wouldn't dare not to give a chap a remove after his taking extra work. I'm repeating the lines. Please pay attention. Well, I'm not sure, sir. That would be true of the ordinary masters. So what is true of the ordinary masters? You're pretty well, I'm going to the previous line. You're pretty well certain to get your remove tomorrow for being a good boy in taking extra work. So the teacher has made the child pay one extra class for the class that he had missed. And he's there because he's a strict teacher. No student can dare to say no for that extra class because Crocker Harris is such. Otherwise, he'll not be promoted to the next class tomorrow. Well, I'm not sure, sir. That would be true of the ordinary masters. But Mr. Crocker Harris, that means, is not an ordinary master. Have you all understood this much? Has the storyline clear? Your responses are awaited. Unmute. Okay. Your virtual signs are coming up. Fine. Now, they just wouldn't dare not to give a chap a remove after his taking extra work. But those sort of rules don't apply to Mr. Crocker Harris. I asked him yesterday outright if he had given me a remove. And do you know what he said, sir? When I asked him about my remove, what did he say? Yes. Now they are conversing. I asked him yesterday outright if he had given me a remove, and do you know what he said, sir? No. What did he say? So he's telling, sir, do you know what did Crocker Harris say yesterday? My dear Taplow, I have given you exactly what you deserve, no less and certainly no more. Do you know, sir, I think he may have marked me down rather than up for taking extra class. I mean, the man is hardly human. He breaks off quickly. Sorry, sir. Have I gone far, like in speaking against Crocker Harris, sir? So most of the students, they think my teacher might have cut my marks in the paper. My teacher might have deducted my marks. No, I should have got more. Let's open the answer booklet. Let's get it checked, rechecked. So he also thinks that way, that he's such a teacher who will deduct my marks on attending the extra class. And then he says, sorry, sir, have I gone too far? Because he has spoken something against the language teacher in front of science teacher. Sorry, sir, I got carried away. Evidently. Then Frank says, yes, evidently. Taplow, yes, sir. What was that Crocker Harris said to you? Just repeat it, would you? Then he asked again, would you do that mimicry again? He asked him to mimic the words of Crocker Harris. And then he does again, my dear Taplow. See, I'm not a dramatist. Otherwise, I would have done like Crocker Harris only. So if we had been in class, I would have called someone to do this little enactment. The lines are, I have given you exactly what you deserve, no less and certainly no more. Not in the least like him. Read your nice Aeschylus and be quiet. Read your this novel or a booklet that you are carrying in your hand and be quiet. Taplow looks at his book. Look, what time did Mr. Crocker Harris tell you to be here? At what time you were called by Mr. Crocker Harris? 6:30, sir. Well, he's 10 minutes late. Why don't you cut? Why don't you cut? You could still play golf before lockup. So why don't you miss the class? Cut here means missing the class. So mark it here. We'll continue in the next class. Okay? We'll continue in the next